paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll it. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And Dwayne Allen on the grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Fitzpatrick now. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Let's dive a little deeper into Kansas City's Super Bowl title as their offense comes back out here, CD. First title in 50 years. Last one, the 1969. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now here's Mahomes, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did, right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Miami's offense takes the field again. You think about their 2019 season, it might be the rare overachieving 5-11 label that you give them. You know, you look at it, everybody...
How do you overachieve at 5-11?
Because look at what they were dealing with, and then they kind of cleared the cupboard, but ended up getting 5 wins, including the one that kept New England from getting a first-round bye in Week 17.
I like the case you just made. You brought me over to the other side on that. Actually, I was just busting your chops, because I'm absolutely with you on that. That is an overachieving 5-11 team. If you looked at that roster at the beginning of the season and even throughout and said to yourself, where are the wins coming from? You might have gotten to 3 if you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, an even 90 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. They're able to locate Wilson. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
A gain of 16 yards. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Going deep here for what? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the...
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. So that one will be accepted. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
I'm here all day.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. First down, Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports.
I don't need to. Watch the curl.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. He'll run it. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 36 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. Now a short one to Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another run with Gaskin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Here's Gaskin. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time? And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball. That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup. Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play. High to first down and more. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me,
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on two-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Miami.
I don't need to. 180.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Right there.
Mahomes going to throw it here. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.